Hi, this is Zach with the Bulletin Board Heroes here at Zach's Traders Cafe for Wednesday, the 6th of December. Starting off with the FTSE 100, which had a minor bear trap just below the 50-day moving average there, 74.70. And above that, we're looking for the top of that falling February trend channel around 76.50 by the end of this month. Best case is up to 7,800, which is that rising trend channel from back in March, but let's just go for trying to get to 76.50 first. Early an end of day close back below 74.70 risk another test of the 7,400 area, but I think we've done enough of that, especially with the RSI rebound above the neutral 50 level, so that is normally a leading indicator on the upside. Moving on to the DAX, which has no such issues at the moment. It's been up and away. A brilliant turnaround within a broadening triangle from back in May. We were looking for 16,800 by the end of this month, and the way things are going, we might get that sooner. And the upside valid, certainly while we're above the old summer resistance around 16,500 on an end of day close. Not expecting anything below 16,100 as a worst case, and we are still in the run up to a golden cross between the 50 and 200 day moving averages, so that should hopefully happen by the end of the month. The Dow is next, and here you can see that we are just hanging nicely near one of our previous targets, 36,100. Looking for this market to stay above 35,800, and while we're above that, looking for a best case scenario target, maybe by the end of next month, as high as 37,500. 50 and 200 day lines both rising nicely at the moment. On to Bitcoin, where we were hoping for 43,000 by the end of last month. We managed to get to 44,000 in the first week of this month. I think 44,470. So that line there, which we were looking to be hit at 43,000, actually exceeded. And we're looking for more now, really. I suppose one can upgrade the situation with a rising trend channel, as I'm going to try and draw now, heading for 50,000. Floor of the channel there around the 40,000 level, and so that is what we're looking for. Hopefully 50,000 by the end of next month, while we remain above the 38,000 to 40,000 area, which is the floor of that October channel. Looking at gold as well, we're looking for up to 2,180 by the end of next month. We managed to hit 2152 intraday, which seems quite amazing, but hopefully we'll have another go at 2180 plus during the course of December. Upside value while we hold above the 2020 area. You can see obviously that the COMEX dollar peg squad have come in to try and keep the metal near 2,000, but so far at least we're back to where we were near the highs of the year. Golden Cross just about happening at the moment. Maybe tomorrow will be the big day when we actually flick through there on the 50 and 200 day lines. But hopefully that will limit losses to the 2020 area, even with the shorting that was not exactly a surprise there from the higher levels. Moving on to the stocks, and one of the most obvious trades of the week, or the last week, has been Argo blockchain. And here it was surprising that the shares were still below the 10 pence level as recently as the beginning of the week. Unfilled gap to the upside above a rising 50-day line, as it's called a sideways shuffle in Bulletin Board Heroes terms, and we hit our initial target there, 12 pence, which we were looking for by the end of the month. Next level up is up to 20 pence by the end of this month, which is the top of a rising trend channel from back in February, but above 12, looking for 20 on Argo. A stock which has caused a little bit of pain in the recent past has been Ben's Creek, but it looks like we've got a bear trap reversal here from below the November support there around 9 pence. The longer we stay above 9, the greater the chance of at least to move up towards the 50-day moving average at 12.5 pence later this month. Best case up to 16 pence, and that May resistance line projection. The turnaround back by bullish divergence, so lower lows for December, but higher RSI trace and a nice V-shaped turnaround there in that RSI window. Onto a stock which I hardly ever look at, and hardly anybody else looks at either, I think. Brighton Pier, another bear trap reversal from below 33 pence, above 33 pence. We're looking for the top of that broadening triangle from back in July as high as 48 pence. Maybe that'll happen as soon as the end of this month. A bit of a shakeout of weak hands there to new lows and then turning up again. So that does give the impression that we're going to have a sustained move, as does the bullish divergence there as well, even though there was a lower low for the beginning of this month. Stock which I've covered quite a lot is Capex, and here we're back again with this V-shaped bull flag above a rising 50-day moving average, one of our happy setups there, above 1.9 pence, looking for at least 2.7 pence by the end of this month. And you can see also that we gapped through the 200-day moving average after gapping off the lows, which was the initial signal there around 1.1 pence. So the charting working well there. Genedrive is back in gear, it would appear, with the turnaround that we were suspecting previously within a broadening triangle base. We've managed to hit our 10 pence target there above the 50-day line at 8 3/4, looking for a new leg up now, and that could be as great as 15 pence by the end of this month, which is a September resistance line projection. And as I said, the 50-day line, hopefully the support for the shares. Another stock where it was suspected there'll be a turnaround is Hellenic Dynamics, and this has worked as well. W-shaped reversal, breaking the neckline there around 4 1/4 pence. Above that, we were looking for not only the 50-day moving average at 5 3/4, but up to as high as 11 pence, which is a June resistance line projection. Hopefully get to there by the end of this month. Next up is Ilika, which again is one of the is a stock which I think I'm the only person who actually talks about it at all. Bear trap reversal from back in October through during November, and then an unfilled gap to the upside today. Just need to break that line of resistance there from January around 51 pence. Above that on an end of day close basis, looking for 75 pence as soon as the end of this month. That B-shaped bull flag, very healthy indeed, as was the bullish divergence there. On to Kefi, which has been slightly difficult to get a handle on. Here we've hit this target line there around 0.75 several times. We also hit that line back in September. Want to see an end of day close above 0.75 to give us 0.9 pence as soon as the end of this month. Upside value, while there's no end of day close back below the 200-day moving average at 0.69. On to Kodal, and here just the first glimmers that we've hit the bottom of the range here, falling trend channel, bottom of the range around 0.38, end of day close back above the initial November support there at 0.38.5, could be enough to give us a move back towards 0.5 pence, which was resistance on the way down late last month. But we don't want to see any fresh lows now after that bear trap that we've had. You can see that 0.35 is the main support area for the stock since back in February. On to Quadrise, and here beating all the targets in the recent past, unfilled gap to the upside off the low through the 50-day line back in October, and then unfilled gaps to the upside back in last month and this month. We had a target there of 3 pence, which has been hit twice, and above 3 pence, still looking for more. Could be as much as the green line there from July, back in July 2019, as high as 6.5 pence, maybe by the end of next month. A punchy call, but the shares can move and have done so rather quickly in previous rallies. Only back below 2.3 pence, really delaying the upside scenario. On to the last two. First one is SRT, and here it looks as though we've cleared recent neckline resistance around 41 pence. Above that, the 200-day line at 47, the initial target. That's now rising, suggesting that the bear trap rebound and gap fill buy signals, as well as the bullish divergence, are kicking in. Looking for up to 62 pence by the end of next month, while we remain above that 50-day line. Finishing off with Upland, which has done what we were hoping it would do, a V-shaped bull flag, bouncing off a rising 50-day line. We filled the gap there, 3.75 pence. End of day close above 3.75, looking for 5.5 pence by the end of this month. So Upland back on track for the bulls. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.